Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is breaking today. It says breaking Supreme Court sides with President Trump. Rules fired federal workers do not have to be reinstated. Very, very awesome. So basically, what that means is a lower court judge had ruled that all the federal workers that Trump fired had to be reinstated because he didn't have authority to do it, basically. And the Supreme Court has now sided with President Trump, saying he absolutely does have the authority as the head of the executive branch to fire federal workers if he wants to. They do not have to be reinstated. That is great news. That's great news, not just for Trump, but for America, really, because the president is not only the commander in chief, he is also the head of the executive branch. And if the head of the executive branch cannot fire government workers, then nobody can fire government workers because he's literally the one in charge of executing the laws and of managing the federal bureaucracy. So if anybody would be allowed to fire them, it would be him. And you just can't have people in this country that can't be fired because then there's zero accountability and you could just literally do whatever the hell you want at your job and not provide any good service. I don't like the idea that judges have lifetime appointments, a lot of them. I think that ought to be looked at as well because you got a lot of really, really shitty judges that are not ruling according to law or the Constitution. They're ruling according to their own ideology. And I think that if you're like that, no matter what side of the political spectrum you fall on, I mean, we see it all the time with liberal judges. We pretty much never see it with conservative judges. But even if it was a conservative judge that was doing it, I would say the same thing, which is they have no business doing that. Their job is to look at a law or look at an action that's taken by the president, either one, and decide whether it is constitutional, whether the Constitution allows that behavior. That's pretty much what they do. So they shouldn't be allowed to rule according to their own ideology. They're supposed to be citing the Constitution in everything they do. If you can't cite in the Constitution where it says you're allowed to do that, then you shouldn't be allowed to do that. You know what I mean? So that's something they need to look at long term. But the news here is that the Supreme Court has ruled that Trump does have the right to fire the federal workers, which is awesome. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. As always, up to you to make up your own mind. I would say on this one, it's a good thing because no matter who the president is, they have the right to do this. And our government is way too bloated. We're like $37 trillion in debt. The country is going to go bankrupt and just the economy is going to crash if we don't do something to fix it. So it's got to be done. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Up to you to make up your own mind, and I will catch you on the next one. Till we speak to you again. Love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye bye.